Part 1. The Mask of Affection. Have you ever questioned the love someone gives you? Have you ever felt that behind their words, their touches, their concern, there's something that doesn't feel quite right, something that feels more like manipulation than affection? This is not just a passing doubt. This is the beginning of a psychological awakening. Today, we're diving into one of the most disturbing and hidden games of the human mind, the act of faking love as a tool of control. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. From the very first moment of human interaction, we crave love. We seek connection, intimacy, approval. But what happens when love is not given freely, but strategically? What happens when love is weaponized, used, not to nurture but to dominate? The one who fakes love does not begin with the desire to care. They begin with the desire to control, and in that desire, they wear the mask of affection. The Roman philosopher Seneca once said, "A sword never kills anybody, it is a tool in the killer's hand." Love, too, can become a tool in the wrong hands. At first glance, the person who fakes love appears perfect. They're generous with praise, overly attentive, and often move too fast emotionally. This is not accidental. It's deliberate. They understand a basic psychological truth. We are most vulnerable when we think we are finally seen, accepted, and loved. So they accelerate the illusion. They love bomb. They overwhelm us with affection. But real love doesn't sprint. It walks. It takes its time. Love that's genuine is not afraid of space. But the fake lover fears time because time reveals truth. Why do people fake love to control others? The answer is rooted in deep insecurity and the hunger for power. To them, love is not connection, it is leverage. They measure their worth not by what they give, but by how much control they have over others. This is narcissism in disguise. But it's more than that. It's psychological warfare. They must dominate your emotions, your decisions, your self-perception. And so they study you. They learn your wounds. They mimic your language. They reflect your dreams, only to later use them against you. Have you ever had someone mirror your soul, only to later shatter it? Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche warned us, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster." What he meant is not only about external battles but internal ones. If we allow ourselves to excuse this kind of manipulation because it looks like love, we train ourselves to tolerate poison served in a golden cup. We allow ourselves to be emotionally colonized. But there's a deeper question here. Why do we stay?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound insights.
The answer is brutal. We stay because the illusion of love is more comforting than the loneliness of truth. We begin to identify with the version of ourselves that the manipulator has created. We begin to believe that without them, we are nothing. This is trauma bonding at its finest. It is the psychological addiction to the cycle of abuse and reward. Like Pavlov's dog, we are trained to respond to their approval and fear their withdrawal. But ask yourself this: is it love if it requires the death of your authenticity? Manipulators who fake love are not always aware of their tactics on a conscious level. Some were once victims themselves. They learned early on that love is a currency, not a connection. They learned that control equals safety. So they replicate what they experienced. But just because someone was wounded doesn't mean they have the right to wound you. Compassion does not mean self-destruction. Wisdom begins when we stop romanticizing our own suffering. You may be wondering, how can we spot these people? How can we protect ourselves? The first sign is intensity without depth. They rush emotional intimacy but avoid emotional vulnerability. They say they love you, but they don't truly know you. They don't ask deep questions. They don't hold space for your complexity. Real love is not afraid of your darkness. But fake love only wants the version of you that is easy to control. Another sign is conditional affection. Their love has terms. It disappears when you express discomfort. It weakens when you assert boundaries. It turns cold when you stop pleasing them. Real love does not punish you for being whole. Fake love does. Their love is not a sanctuary, it's a transaction. And you never signed up for the fine print. Let's go deeper. Why is fake love so effective as a tool of control? Because it bypasses the rational mind. It targets the emotional brain. It hijacks the limbic system. When someone showers us with affection, our bodies release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. We become chemically attached. And in that attachment, our discernment weakens. We confuse comfort with safety. But not all comfort is good. Some comforts are cages, and some cages look like castles. This is why philosophy and psychology must work together. Philosophy asks, what is love? What is truth? Psychology asks, how do we experience love? How do we get trapped in illusions? Together, they reveal something profound, that self-awareness is the beginning of liberation. When you begin to see the patterns, you reclaim your power. When you stop needing their validation, you begin to hear your own soul again. Have you ever silenced your intuition because you didn't want to lose someone who was bad for you? That moment is the battlefield. That is where the war is fought not outside, but within. The philosopher Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If we want to be free of manipulators, we must become masters of our own emotional landscape. We must understand our own need for love and how that need can be exploited when we are not conscious of it. Let's pause here and ask a deep question. What part of you is attracted to people who fake love? Is it your inner child still hoping to be chosen? Is it your wounded self trying to rewrite the past? Until we face the part of us that wants the illusion, we will keep attracting the performance. And the actors will keep changing faces, but the script remains the same. Real love challenges you. It doesn't control you. It allows you space to grow, to question, to evolve. Fake love demands your obedience. It thrives on your confusion. It uses guilt as glue. But guilt is not love. Fear is not love. Obsession is not love. Love is not what traps you, it's what sets you free. Here's what you must remember. You are not crazy for questioning someone's love. You are not paranoid for noticing inconsistencies. You are not weak for leaving. You are wise. You are awakening. And that is the most dangerous thing to a person who fakes love. They cannot control someone who sees clearly. We'll go even deeper in the next part. Are you ready to confront the shadows that hide beneath the smile of the manipulator? The truth may hurt, but it also heals. Part 2. Love as a weapon, control as a game. Let's go deeper now into the battlefield, where love is no longer love, but a strategy. Where affection becomes camouflage. Where intimacy is a trap. This is where the psychology of control reveals itself in its rawest, most chilling form. Fake love isn't just a performance, it's a game. And once you understand the rules, you'll never be a pawn again. People who fake love to control you are not always villains in the traditional sense. They don't always wear masks of cruelty. Often they appear kind, compassionate, even generous. That's what makes them dangerous. Their game begins with empathy but ends in domination. They are emotional tacticians, skilled in the dark art of manipulation. And the most powerful tool in their arsenal is your longing to be loved. They know that love disarms you. That when you feel seen, appreciated, chosen, you let your guard down. You reveal your fears, your history, your dreams. You give them the blueprint of your soul, and they use it against you, not immediately. At first, they nurture you. They make you feel safe. But that safety is conditional. It exists only as long as you play your part. This is the moment the game changes. Once they have you emotionally hooked, the control begins. Subtle at first. A backhanded compliment, a passive-aggressive joke, a slight withdrawal of attention. You find yourself wondering what you did wrong. You replay every conversation. You start to question your worth. This is not an accident. This is psychological conditioning. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer wrote, "Compassion is the basis of morality." But to the manipulator, compassion is a costume. They use your morality against you. They exploit your empathy. They know you care and may weaponize that care to keep you compliant. They create a system where your emotional survival depends on their approval. And so you perform, you please, you shrink. Let's break this down psychologically. What you're experiencing is intermittent reinforcement, a powerful behavioral pattern where rewards are given unpredictably. The manipulator alternates between affection and rejection, praise and silence, love and coldness. This unpredictability creates obsession. It's the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. You never know when the reward will come, so you keep pulling the lever. In this case, the lever is your emotional effort. But here's the twist. The manipulator convinces you that you're the one at fault, that their withdrawal is your punishment, that if only you were more loving, more understanding, more submissive, they would return to the person they were in the beginning. But that person never existed. That was a character, a lure, a projection. The real person is the one who punishes you for your boundaries. Ask yourself, have you ever apologized for things you didn't do just to restore peace? Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells, afraid to upset them? That's not love. That's control. That's psychological imprisonment masked as intimacy. And the bars are made of your own hope. What's even more disturbing is how good manipulators are at playing the victim. When you begin to pull away, they cry, they beg, they tell you how much they've suffered. They make you feel guilty for leaving. They invoke your loyalty, your history, your compassion. But empathy without boundaries becomes self-betrayal. You cannot save someone who is drowning you. This is where the game deepens. The manipulator begins to rewrite reality. They distort the past. They deny your experiences. They gaslight you. You remember something clearly, but they insist it never happened. You express a need and they accuse you of being too sensitive. Over time, your sense of reality erodes. You begin to trust them more than you trust yourself. That is the ultimate goal, dependency. Philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre once said, "Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you." The moment you recognize the pattern, you have a choice. You can stay in the illusion or you can walk into the fire of truth. And yes, it burns. It hurts to realize you were never truly loved. It wounds the ego. It shatters the dream. But that pain is sacred. That pain is the beginning of liberation. Let's ask another deep question. Are you in love with the person or with the potential? Are you in love with who they are, who you imagine they could be? The manipulator doesn't control you with who they are. They control you with who they pretend to be. They sell you a fantasy, and you buy it with your dignity. One of the cruelest tactics they use is isolation. Slowly, subtly, they pull you away from your support system. They sow seeds of doubt. They suggest your friends are toxic. Your family doesn't understand you. They become your only source of emotional oxygen. And once you're isolated, the control tightens. You have nowhere to run, no mirror to show you the truth. You begin to see the world through their eyes, and in doing so, you lose your own vision. But here's the truth. The moment you begin to question, you begin to awaken. The spell starts to break. Your intuition whispers louder. Your body begins to rebel. You feel anxious around them, tired, numb. These are not signs of love. These are signs of psychological suffocation. You are not crazy. You are awakening. And yet, breaking free is not easy. The bond is not just emotional, it's chemical, psychological, spiritual. You've been trained to equate abuse with passion, control with care. You've been taught that love hurts. But real love doesn't hurt like this. Real love honors. Real love frees. Real love sees you not as a tool, but as a soul. The manipulator will try to reclaim you. They'll promise to change. They'll say all the right things. But don't listen to words, watch patterns. People lie. Patterns don't. If nothing changes in their behavior, nothing will change in your experience. You don't need more promises. You need peace. And peace does not come from someone who thrives on chaos. Take this in. You are not hard to love. You are not too much. You are not broken. You were manipulated by someone who used your light to power their darkness. But that does not define you. What defines you is what you do next. Will you keep repeating the pattern, or will you rise? Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. You cannot control the manipulator. You cannot force them to be authentic, but you can control your response. You can walk away. You can choose truth over fantasy, self-respect over attention. You can choose you. Let's ask this together. What would your life look like if you stopped chasing love that hurts you? What kind of calm would enter your soul if you stopped negotiating your worth with people who only show up when they need something? What would happen if you gave the same love to yourself that you give to others? You are not here to be controlled. You are here to be free, to be loved without conditions, to be honored in your complexity, to be seen, not used. The ones who fake love cannot give you this because they don't know how to love themselves. They are actors in a play they didn't write. But you can walk off that stage. You can write a new script. You can become the author of your own healing. In the next part, we will go even deeper into how to rebuild your identity after emotional manipulation, how to trust again, how to love again, how to rise not as a victim but as a warrior of the soul. Part 3. Reclaiming the self. Rising from the ruins of manipulated love. You've seen behind the curtain now. You've faced the shadow. You've understood how love can be faked, distorted, and used as a mechanism of power. But what happens after the storm? What happens after the illusion shatters? What happens when the mask falls and you're left with silence, confusion, and grief? This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of your return to yourself. In the aftermath of manipulated love, the first thing many of us feel is shame. Not anger, not even sadness. Shame. We ask ourselves, how did I not see it? How did I fall for it? How did I allow myself to be treated this way? But this line of questioning, while natural, is a trap. It keeps us focused on failure instead of transformation. The truth is, if you were manipulated, it means you were open. It means you had the capacity to love, to trust, to hope. That's not weakness, that's strength. The problem was never your ability to love. The problem was that someone used that love against you. This is where the healing begins, not with blame, but with radical self-compassion. Philosopher Alan Watts once said, "The reason we have guilt and remorse is not because we are bad, but because we are good." You must understand this. Your pain is not proof of your weakness. It's proof that you cared. And now, your care must be directed inward. You must learn to mother yourself, father yourself, protect yourself. But how? How do you rebuild trust when it's been shattered? How do you believe in love again when it has been used as a weapon against you? The answer is slow, deliberate, and deeply personal. First, you must reclaim your story. Reclaim your reality. The manipulator may have tried to rewrite your memories, twist your perception, erase your voice. But your truth is still there. You must speak it. Even if your voice shakes, write it. Say it. Own it. Because the first act of freedom is the reclaiming of your narrative. Next, you must confront what caused you to stay. Not to blame yourself, but to understand yourself. What need did their fake love fill? Was it validation, security, a sense of being wanted? When we understand the void, we can begin to fill it with truth, with presence, with self-honesty. Carl Jung wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. What you don't heal, you will repeat. But what you bring into the light cannot control you anymore." Deep question. Are you ready to stop chasing people who mirror your wounds and start choosing people who honor your growth? As you begin to rebuild your sense of self, boundaries become sacred. Not walls, but healthy fences. Boundaries are how you teach others to treat you. They are a declaration of self-respect. And yes, they will be tested. Especially if you've been conditioned to seek worth through sacrifice. But every time you uphold a boundary, you rewrite your identity. You stop being someone's puppet and start becoming your own protector. Something powerful happens when you no longer need others to validate your worth. You become sovereign, whole, independent. This is not loneliness, it's alignment. You begin to enjoy your own company. You begin to respect your own time. You begin to feel safe in your own skin. That's when you know the spell is broken. That's when you know the manipulator no longer owns a single piece of your soul. But there's another layer to healing. Forgiveness. Not for them, for you. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did was okay. It's about releasing the emotional debt they left behind. It's about freeing yourself from the residual poison. As Buddha said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness is not a betrayal of your pain. It's an act of love for your future self. And yes, love can still exist. Real love. Love that doesn't control, manipulate, or diminish. But first, you must become the embodiment of that love for yourself. You must become the partner you never had. Speak to yourself with kindness. Honor your intuition. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for everyone else. Let's revisit a profound truth. Not everyone who says "I love you" means it. And not everyone who doesn't say it lacks love. Words are cheap. Energy is real. You must learn to feel beyond language, to sense intention, to notice patterns, to trust the quiet whisper of your intuition over the loud performance of perfect love. The manipulator was loud. Real love is often quiet, but it is consistent. It does not rush. It does not demand. It does not vanish when you're inconvenient. So how do we trust again? We start small. We trust ourselves. We keep the promises we make to ourselves. We listen when something feels off. We walk away when peace is threatened. We don't override our gut just to avoid confrontation. And in doing so, we attract people who respect the self-respect we've built. In time, we may love again. But this time, that love will be rooted in wholeness, not desperation. It will not be a rescue mission. It will be a co-creation. It will be two complete people choosing each other, not completing each other. That is the highest form of love, not dependency, but expansion. Now let's ask the final question. Who are you when you are no longer performing for love? When you no longer chase approval? When you no longer tolerate confusion as affection? Who are you when you are free? This is your invitation. To return to yourself. To remember the power you gave away and take it back. To stop explaining your worth and start embodying it. The manipulator gave you a gift, and that gift was clarity. Painful clarity, but clarity nonetheless. Now you see. Now you know. Now you choose. Choose peace. Choose truth. Choose boundaries. Choose solitude over fake companionship. Choose depth over drama. Choose love, but not just any love. Choose love that feels like freedom, not a cage. In the end, the people who fake love to control you are not the real danger. The true danger is forgetting who you are in the process. But now you remember, you've seen the mask. You've learned the game, and you no longer play by their rules. You are not broken. You are reborn. You are not lost. You are returning. You are not alone. You are awakening. This is not just a video. This is your moment. The moment you stop surviving and start living. Now ask yourself, are you ready to love without losing yourself?